There are moments in life when you feel like nothing is happening, like the world is moving past you while you are stuck in one place. But in truth, nothing is random. Every encounter, every word you hear, every sigh, every heartbeat is part of a larger story that is being written with precision. This message right now is not for the crowd. It is not for the masses. It is for you, the one who has been waiting, wondering, questioning, doubting. God's pen has chosen to write to you personally. There is an intimacy here that cannot be replicated, a closeness that demands your attention. You may have ignored signs before, dismissed nudges, or felt like your prayers were bouncing off the ceiling. But the truth is, God sees you, not as one in a crowd, not as a face in a multitude, but as a unique soul with a calling, a purpose, a design that cannot be duplicated. The message you are receiving is precise, crafted with intention, written with care. Heaven leaned down and marked you for this moment. It is as if every detail in your life, the victories, the mistakes, the moments of doubt, the sleepless nights, has been inked into a grand narrative that only you could play a part in. This is more than inspiration. This is divine instruction. You are being reminded that your life is not an accident, that your story is being authored by someone greater than circumstance, greater than fear, greater than the chaos around you. God does not write messages casually. When the Creator dips his pen into eternity, he is deliberate. Every line is loaded with purpose. Every word is meant to ignite, to awaken, to align. You may not have felt special lately. You may have questioned your relevance or wondered if your efforts mattered. But this is a reminder that you are seen in ways you cannot even comprehend. Chosen ones are not always loud, not always recognized, not always applauded. Often they are hidden, unnoticed, quietly moving through life, carrying burdens, doing what is right when no one is watching, holding on to faith when doubt is all around. That is why this message is so precise. It is reaching the one whose heart has been faithful when everything else seemed unfaithful. God's communication is always on time. Sometimes it is subtle, almost imperceptible, like a whisper in a quiet room. Sometimes it is unmistakable, loud, undeniable. But the essence of it is always the same. You are chosen. You are seen. You are significant. The fact that this message exists for you right now is proof that you are part of something bigger. You may have looked around and thought you were alone, that your journey was unnoticed, that your efforts had gone without reward. But this is the truth. God notices every tear, every prayer, every act of obedience. This message is his way of confirming that your life matters in the divine narrative, that your choices are important, that your persistence is honored. There is an intimacy here that cannot be overstated. You are being called not just to listen, but to recognize that you are part of a story that is alive, that is breathing, that is unfolding even when you cannot see the end. And the personal nature of this message means that it is tailored for you alone. No one else can fully take its weight, its significance, its meaning as you can. The divine pen has written this message in a way that is meant to awaken, to stir, to illuminate the path that has been prepared for you. It is a call to understand that your life is noticed, Your struggles are recognized and your faithfulness is appreciated beyond measure. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and doubt, this moment is sacred. This message was not written in haste, not scribbled in passing, not lost among millions of other words. It was carefully, deliberately, personally written for you. And the very fact that exists proves that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and that you are about to be reminded of your identity, your purpose, and your calling in a way that only you can understand. There are times in life when silence feels deafening. You pray, you hope, you move forward, and yet the world seems quiet, unresponsive, unmoved. You may have asked yourself, has anyone noticed? Has anyone heard? Does it even matter? But hear this clearly, silence does not mean absence. It does not mean that God has abandoned you or forgotten your name. In fact, silence often signals focus. It signals that something greater is happening behind the scenes, something that cannot be rushed, something that requires patience, preparation, and trust. When it seems like nothing is happening, that is often when God is most active. The unseen work is being done in ways you cannot yet comprehend. He is orchestrating circumstances, arranging encounters, and aligning events in perfect timing so that when the breakthrough comes, it will be unmistakable, undeniable, and powerful. What may have felt like emptiness was actually concentration. What may have felt like isolation was actually protection. God uses these seasons of silence to shape your heart, refine your faith, and strengthen your resolve. They are not periods of inactivity, they are periods of preparation. While you were waiting, unseen forces were moving in your favor. While you felt alone, divine hands were crafting your story, positioning you for encounters, blessings, and opportunities that your limited vision could never have foreseen. Silence teaches patience. It teaches endurance. It teaches trust in the unseen and reliance on the divine wisdom that surpasses human understanding. It is a reminder that timing matters and that rushing the process can lead to mistakes, missteps, and missed opportunities. The moments when you felt overlooked, ignored, or forgotten were actually moments of divine concentration, ensuring that when the time comes, everything will align perfectly for your purpose. Often, we struggle because we cannot see what God sees. We question, we doubt, we grow frustrated, and yet these feelings are part of the refining process. They stretch our faith and deepen our understanding of divine timing. They push us to surrender control and acknowledge that there is a power at work far greater than our own. Silence is also a test of faith. It challenges you to believe even when the evidence is not visible. It asks you to continue moving forward, speaking life over your circumstances, and walking in obedience even when results are delayed. Those who persevere in these seasons discover the depth of their own resilience and the magnitude of God's faithfulness. When God is silent, He is not ignoring your prayers. He is arranging answers in ways that will maximize their impact. He is preparing the people, the resources, and the situations necessary to bring the promise to fruition. And when the moment arrives, it will arrive in perfection. The silence will be broken, not with confusion or chaos, but with clarity and purpose. You will understand why the waiting was necessary, why the obstacles existed, and why the delay was a part of the grand design. It is not a punishment. It is a divine strategy. God's timing is flawless. Even when your faith wavers, even when your hope feels fragile, the silent work continues. Your breakthrough is being carefully crafted, and the seasons of waiting are essential to your growth, your protection, and your ultimate victory. So do not despair in silence. Do not misinterpret the quiet as abandonment. Embrace it as a season of divine preparation. Trust the process. Trust the author. Trust that what is being arranged in the unseen will soon manifest in ways that will exceed your expectations. Affirm your faith and reveal the depth of God's love, care, and precision in writing your story. Life often feels like a series of doors opening and closing, paths appearing and disappearing, and opportunities arriving just to vanish again. You may have wondered why certain doors seem to close in your face, or why relationships that once felt like forever ended abruptly. Perhaps you questioned why your prayers seemed unanswered, why your dreams felt delayed, why the plans you worked so hard for never fully materialized. But understand this: every closed door, every setback, every disappointment is not random. These are not failures, and they are not punishments. They are part of a larger divine rewrite, a careful editing of your life story by the author who knows exactly what is required for the ending. God is not just allowing circumstances to happen. He is actively reshaping them. He is removing what would limit you, correcting what would hinder you, and rewriting the path that will lead you to your true purpose. This rewriting is precise and intentional. It is as if every moment you thought you lost was actually a stroke of the pen, an adjustment in the plot, a careful alignment toward what has been prepared for you all along. Sometimes what we see as rejection is actually protection. Sometimes what we call delay is actually divine timing. The chapters that seem messy, confusing, or painful are often the ones that are being edited most carefully to produce a story of strength, faith, and victory. The author sees beyond what our eyes can see. He understands the impact of every decision, every choice, every relationship. What may have felt like a dead end was actually a detour toward something greater, something more aligned with the purpose he designed for you. You may have experienced relationships that ended abruptly, opportunities that slipped away, or plans that fell apart in ways you couldn't understand at the time. But these endings were never meant to discourage you. They were meant to protect you from paths that were not meant for your growth, for your calling, or for your destiny. Every crossroad, every closed door, every unexpected turn is a stroke in the masterpiece of your life. And God is the master artist, carefully applying each line, each correction, each adjustment. It may feel frustrating in the moment. It may feel unfair. You may question why things didn't happen the way you wanted, why the timing never matched your expectation, or why the people you trusted walked away. But the truth is, these experiences were part of a divine rewrite, a preparation for what is coming next. God is editing your story so that the ending aligns perfectly with his vision. He is making sure that the timing, the people, and the circumstances are all in harmony with the purpose that he has set for you. Nothing is being wasted, nothing is being overlooked, and nothing is happening without reason. every challenge, every closed door, every setback is a redirection towards something greater than you can imagine. What you see as lost is actually being transformed into an opportunity, a blessing, or a path that will bring more fruit than you could have achieved otherwise. This is not simply about patience, it is about trust. Trust in the author who knows the full story, who sees the final chapter, who knows the impact of every decision and circumstance. The rewriting of your life is evidence that your story matters. It is evidence that what you are walking through is shaping you, strengthening you, and positioning you for what is next. The closed doors, the missed opportunities, and the setbacks are all part of a divine plan to ensure that when the right door opens, it leads to something beyond what you could have written on your own. Every struggle you have faced, every tear you have shed in private, every moment you thought you were too weak to continue has been part of a preparation that only God could orchestrate. Pain is not meaningless. Hardship is not punishment. Every challenge, every trial, every season of difficulty has been designed to refine you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for what is coming next. Often we look at our lives and see only suffering, disappointment, or hardship, and we ask ourselves, why? Why me? Why now? Why this struggle when I have tried so hard to do what is right? But the truth is that what you call pain has a higher purpose. It is a shaping force. It is a forge in which character, resilience, and faith are tempered. The struggles you endure are not meant to break you. They are meant to awaken in you a deeper strength than you knew existed. The moments when you felt exhausted, when you wanted to give up, when you questioned whether your efforts mattered, those were the very moments when God was building endurance in you, teaching you patience, and preparing you to handle the blessings and responsibilities that lie ahead. Every difficulty has been carefully measured to match the capacity of your soul. Nothing has been too much, and nothing has been wasted. Even the experiences that seemed unfair or unbearable were essential in shaping the person you are becoming. You have been stretched beyond comfort so that you could rise above limitations. You have been tested so that your faith could grow stronger. You have been challenged so that when the time comes, you will stand firm, unwavering, unshakable, and ready to receive what God has prepared. Pain is a teacher, a sculptor, a guide. It reveals what is hidden, it strengthens what is weak, and it uncovers the potential that lies dormant within you. Without struggle, there is no growth. Without hardship, there is no preparation. Without resistance, there is no resilience. Every tear that fell, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt or fear was part of a process of refinement. It was a way for God to ensure that you are equipped for the journey ahead. When people see you standing strong despite the battles you have faced, they see courage. When you walk forward with faith despite the wounds you carry, they witness strength. But God knows the full story. He knows the inner struggles, the quiet battles, and the moments of despair. He knows the weight you have carried alone, and He has been using every single experience to mold you into someone who can handle not just success, but significance. Hardship was not designed to crush you. It was designed to awaken you, to build you, to prepare you to rise higher than you ever imagined. The lessons learned in pain are lessons that cannot be taught any other way. The endurance built through trials cannot be acquired through ease. The strength born of suffering is a strength that will carry you through life's greatest victories. And when the time comes, you will look back and see that every moment of struggle was a step towards something greater. You will realize that the pain was a necessary part of the journey, a divine instrument shaping you into the person you were always meant to be. Your endurance, your faith, your perseverance, all were being refined in ways unseen, in ways only the author could orchestrate, so that you are ready for the blessings, the opportunities, and the purpose that are awaiting you. There is a truth you must embrace. You are chosen. You are set apart. You were never meant to blend in, to follow the crowd, or to live a life defined by the expectations of others. Being chosen is not about being perfect. It is not about never failing, never falling, or never making mistakes. Being chosen is about obedience, faithfulness, and resilience. It is about standing firm even when no one is watching, continuing to walk forward even when the path is uncertain, and trusting the unseen when the visible seems chaotic. Often those who are chosen feel alone. They feel isolated. They may look around and wonder why others do not understand them, why their efforts seem unrecognized, or why their journey feels heavier than those around them. But this isolation is not a curse. It is a confirmation. It is proof that you are set apart for a purpose that others cannot fully comprehend. You were created to walk a path that is uniquely yours, and sometimes that path requires separation from what is familiar, from what is easy, and even from what feels comfortable. Do not resent this separation. Do not feel discouraged by the loneliness of your journey. Respect it, embrace it, and recognize it as a sign of divine selection. To be chosen is to carry a calling that is bigger than the moment, bigger than the circumstance, bigger than the opinions of others. It is to carry a purpose that requires endurance, courage, and unwavering faith. The very things that make you feel different, misunderstood, or alone are the very signs that you were meant to stand out. Your uniqueness is not an accident. It is a mark of distinction. Your struggles, your experiences, your lessons, and even your scars are evidence that you are being prepared for something extraordinary. The world may not recognize it, and some people may not understand it, but the author does. He sees every tear, every sacrifice, every moment you chose faith over fear. Being chosen means that you are capable of handling what others cannot. It means that your life carries significance beyond what you can see. It means that your obedience, even in the smallest things, is laying the foundation for a destiny that will inspire, uplift, and impact others. There will be challenges, doubts, and moments when you question your path. There will be times when the world seems to resist your progress, when doors close, and when the people you expected to walk with you are no longer there. But these moments are not signs of rejection. They are confirmations of your calling. They are proof that the journey you are on is unique, tailored, and orchestrated with precision. Chosen ones are not always recognized by society. They are often unseen, working quietly, waiting patiently, and trusting the process even when the results are delayed. This is part of the refinement, the preparation, and the shaping of character that ensures you are ready for the purpose you were designed to fulfill. Your faithfulness, your perseverance, and your willingness to continue despite obstacles are what confirm your chosen status. The world may try to tell you otherwise, but the truth remains, being chosen is about alignment with the divine plan, not approval from people. Your identity, your significance, and your purpose have already been confirmed by the one who matters most. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are equipped. You are prepared. And the very life you have, with all its challenges, triumphs, and lessons, is proof that you are walking a path that has been designed with intention, wisdom, and love. The message is clear. Embrace your calling. Stand firm in your uniqueness. Walk confidently in your purpose. You are not ordinary. You are chosen, and everything about your life points to the truth that you are meant to shine where others cannot. The story of your life is far from over. Every trial, every setback, every moment of doubt, every tear you have shed, and every prayer you have whispered has been recorded. And notice God's pen is still moving, and the narrative He is writing over your life cannot be erased, interrupted, or overturned by any power on earth. The ending is already secure, even if you cannot see it yet. There is a plan, a design, and a purpose that is far greater than the challenges you face, the obstacles in your path, or the doubts in your mind. What you have endured, what you have survived, and what you have persevered through are all steps leading to a final chapter filled with victory. The world may try to convince you that you are behind, that your time has passed, or that your efforts have been wasted, but these are lies. They are distractions from the truth of what is being written over your life. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not abandoned. Every act of faith, every moment of obedience, and every choice to trust rather than despair has contributed to the story that God is authoring. The trials you faced were not obstacles to prevent your success. They were refinements to prepare you for it. The closed doors were not denials. They were redirections to guide you towards something greater. The people who left, the opportunities that slipped away, and the plans that fell apart were all part of a divine orchestration that ensures when the right moment arrives, it will surpass everything you could have imagined. Victory is not only coming, it has already been written. The author knows the ending, and nothing in the present or past can change it. You may feel weak, you may feel uncertain, you may feel unready, but every season you have endured has been building in you the strength, wisdom, and courage necessary to fully embrace the fulfillment of God's plan. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been overlooked. Everything has been carefully prepared to bring you to the point where you will finally step into the life, purpose, and destiny that were created for you. There will be moments when the journey seems long, when patience is tested, and when faith feels fragile. These are not signs of failure. They are evidence that you are moving through the necessary processes that precede breakthrough. You are being positioned, trained, and strengthened for the victory that is already written. Do not let doubt cloud your vision. Do not let fear dictate your steps. Do not allow the opinions of others to diminish your confidence. The message written over your life is permanent, intentional, and powerful. It cannot be erased by mistakes, setbacks, or delays. Every moment you trusted, even when it was difficult, every act of obedience, even when unnoticed, and every prayer, even when it seemed unanswered, has contributed to the masterpiece being crafted in your life. This is your confirmation your story is not over, your journey is not wasted, and your victory is inevitable. The future is already secured because the one who began the story has also determined the ending. You are equipped, prepared, and guided to walk into a life that reflects the depth of God's purpose, the power of His promises, and the certainty of His plans. No power, no circumstance, no setback, and no person can erase what has been written. The pen is in divine hands, and the sentence over your life is clear triumph, victory, and fulfillment await you. This is the assurance for your soul. This is the truth for your heart. The story continues, the journey advances, and the ending is glorious.